People often ask me, what's the difference between a rug and a carpet? Well, it's very simple. A carpet is anything that's larger than 9 feet by 6 feet, and a rug that's anything smaller than 9 feet by 6 feet, such as this example right here. Names of carpets often come from the city or the village in which they were woven. So a Tabriz carpet is a carpet that was woven in northwest Iran in the city called Tabriz. Carpets can also take the name from the tribe that wove them, such as the Baluch or the Kurds in Iran. Carpets can be divided into 4 broad categories: city workshops, cottage industry, nomadic tribes, and village weavings. The first group, city workshops, are carpets that are woven in a tightly controlled atmosphere. They're large looms based in a central location in a city, and they are owned by outside manufacturers. They tend to be very tightly woven with a very small knot, so they can achieve a very curvilinear and intricate design. They're usually women sitting side by side, the width of a carpet, working most of the day long. Cottage industry, another group of carpets, are carpets woven in small to medium-sized villages, mainly in Iran, Turkey, and India. Again, these are a central located loom, not in the woman's home, but in someplace in the village, where an agent from a larger distributor would come and provide them with the dyed yarn, the design, and the size specifications. The third type are nomadic or tribal weavings, and these tend to be weavings woven by semi-nomadic or nomadic tribes, and they're weaving for themselves. And usually these pieces that they're weaving are for transportable or ceremonial purposes, and they're not meant to be sold in the larger market. The fourth group are village rugs. And this is an example here of a village rug, and this was woven in Dagestan, which is in North Caucasus. And the Caucasus is the area between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, north of Iran. And here again, you have women who are weaving designs from memory. They're not working from a cartoon, and usually these designs are handed down from a grandmother or a mother down to their daughter. And often with a rug of this size, you would have 2 women sitting side by side, one typically more experienced than the other, sort of teaching along as they go, row by row. What I find interesting about this rug is just the complete variety of the flowers within this trellis work. And it's almost as if each row is a different type of flower or geometric design. And I think what's also interesting in this rug are the small, what I call filler motifs. They're not the main design of the flower, but it's these sort of small triangles and little flowers and amulets that I find to be really interesting. And when you really can see that the weaver is working from memory and not from a design and is instilling their own personality into the rug, it's what we call a prayer rug because of this arch or mihrab. And if this were to be used as a prayer rug, they would put it on the floor and point it towards Mecca. Typically, these rugs are made out of wool, and the women would dye the wool themselves. But here you see the use of white cotton, which is very unusual, and white cotton would have been extremely expensive because they would have had to have purchased it. And it's quite possible with a white background that it could have been a dowry piece. Although the girls and the young women who wove these rugs are anonymous and we know very little about them, with these village weavings, you begin to see the individual and the personality behind the hands who wove these extraordinary works of art.